Hello, we're going to talk a little bit about the quarter pound versus one-third pound burger controversy that occurred back in the 1980s. Back in the 1980s, A&W tried to take on McDonald's famous quarter pounder with their even bigger and meatier burger, which was known as the third of a pound burger. On paper, it really should have been a slam dunk. More meat for the same price, but it actually failed miserably, believe it or not. Why? Because of math. Or more specifically, because people misunderstood fractions. Pretty interesting. All right, so setting the stage here for these fast food wars. Um, Back in the 1980s, the fast food industry was on full-on burger wars. Back then, you had McDonald's had their quarter pounder, Burger King had the Whopper, and A&W wanted their own signature big burger. Their solution was to come up with this third pound burger or third of a pound burger, which was a whole patty larger than McDonald's quarter pounder, and but sold at the same price. So they were going to sell their third pound burger for the same price that McDonald's was charging for their quarter pound burger. Sounds like a great deal, right? Just as a note, side note, the quarter pounder was created by a McDonald's franchisee who what was his name? Al Bernardin, I believe it was in 1971. So, like only about 54 years that's been around, the quarter pounder. But I think he owned two franchises in California. But anyhow, A&W thought that they had a great idea to come up with this new third pound burger. All right, so what was the real problem then? It sounds like a great deal to a lot of people who actually understand fractions. But really, why did A&W's burger fail? Uh, Surveys at the time, A&W had some surveys that they made, and they revealed some shocking information. A lot of the customers thought that one-third pound the one-third pound, a lot of customers thought one-third pound was smaller than one-quarter pound. They saw the number four in one-fourth, and they assumed that it was bigger than the three in one-third, without realizing the fraction represented the size of the piece, not the size of the number. So, I mean, obviously, one quarter is less than a third, but a lot of people just saw the four. All right. Yeah. Kind of confusing for some people, unfortunately. It didn't quite work out. I think A&W was counting on the fact that people understood basic fractions. All right, so there was a lot of marketing fallout then, really, from this whole thing. A&W's third of a pound burger ended up failing. It didn't sell, and eventually it disappeared from menus. The company learned a pretty expensive lesson out of this. Don't assume that everyone understands fractions. Honestly, what should have been a clear advantage, more burger for your buck, was lost in the translation. So it really ended up not working out at all for them. And what's the math lesson out of all this? Well, we want to clear this up. Hopefully you do understand this. But uh, which is bigger, one-third or one-quarter? Well, one-third is, if you put it in decimal form, it's 0.333. One-quarter is equal to 0.25. Well, obviously, 0.333 is larger than 0.25. One-third pound is actually about a third more meat. You get more meat in that than you do in a quarter pounder. So in other words, A&W was giving customers more burger for the same price, but the math mistake that people were making killed the product. So yeah, there you have it. And what's the legacy out of all this? Well, today the third versus a quarter pound burger fail. It's kind of a classic case in marketing, I guess psychology as well, and probably math education. I would say. It shows how a simple misunderstanding can sink a multi-million-dollar product. And it's still used in schools and business classes as an example of why, clear communication and basic math do matter. So like I said, the next time you see a third versus a quarter, you'll know the truth. The third pound burger was really the better deal. But history shows us that if your customers don't understand the math, it won't matter how good the deal is. Anyhow, thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this trip into burger history, uh, hit that like button, subscribe, share the videos. For more math and technical information, please check out the playlists. I've got some playlists on kind of a wide range of topics by this point. But I do appreciate you watching and look forward to seeing you in the next video.